My name is Dave Hollenbach, the host of From Embers to Excellence, a podcast that explores the many facets of leadership from the perspectives of some amazing people. We discuss the triumphs and failures that have shaped our lives and our leadership philosophies. I've found that it isn't whether we fail that defines us, but when we do fail, how we respond. Leaders dust off the ashes and use their failures as fuel to work harder and as lessons to come back wiser and stronger, more resilient, more determined, and more committed to excellence. Today I'm speaking with Chancellor Jackson. He is the author of 14 Days in Beijing. Chancellor was born in Fulton County, Georgia, and grew up in Smyrna, Georgia. He attended Stetson University. He played football at the high school and collegiate level for 9 years. After graduating with his bachelor's degree in communication and media studies, he lived abroad in China from 2018 to 2019. He began writing his book after he had a traumatic experience where he was arrested and detained in Beijing for 14 days. Hence the title, I would imagine. But your book, 14 Days in Beijing, has ranked number one over 15 times on Amazon in multiple genres. Before we talk about your book, well, first let me say thank you for allowing me to interview you, and I'm looking forward to learning a little more about you, maybe what life was like growing up in Georgia, what your parents were like, if you've got any siblings, that old chestnut.
For sure, for sure. I appreciate you for having me on, man. Blessings to balance to you and everyone that's tuning in right now. For sure.
So you grew up in Georgia. What what course of study? I mean, it says media studies, but uh, did you start off pursuing that degree, or was there something else, or was it really you went to Stetson to play football, and
That's it, man. Like I remember because I didn't even realize I played football all my life. So of course I didn't even start playing football to the eighth grade. So as soon as it was like freshman year in high school, you know what I'm saying, I was landed the starting free safety position. And for those that's familiar with football fans, I'm a DB. I played DB my entire career. Free safety, strong safety, cornerback, nickel corner, you name it. You know what I'm saying? True DB all in all. But yeah, my freshman year of high school, once I landed the starting free safety position on the freshman team, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, I definitely want to play at the next level. You know what I'm saying? And my favorite game at the time was NCAA football, the college football game they used to make, the Road to Glory, man. That game was so fun. So it was like, I want to live. You know what I'm saying? I want to experience this for real, for real. Like I play it virtually through this game. Like I actually want to live for real, for real. Like I definitely want to play at the D1 level too. So I knew that's something always wanted to do. But as things played out, you know what I'm saying, I had to work my way up. Always been an underdog my entire life, especially with football. So had to. I really ain't play eighth grade year because I got hurt. So I really ain't play eighth grade year. Got the starting position freshman year on the freshman team. Sophomore year played JV. Started on JV. Junior year I was trying to play varsity, working to play varsity. I'm busting my ass to play varsity. They put me back on JV. So that was detrimental to just my spirit and, you know what I'm saying, just my motivation. And I had one or two things I can, like, you know what I'm saying, just say fuck it and, you know what I'm saying, walk away from it, or you're like, hey, just keep working, bro. Keep working. You know what I'm saying? Until, you know what I'm saying, it's your time to come. And shit, I was like, shit, I'm gonna just stay down. I'm gonna stay down and just keep grinding. Ended up, I was going crazy on JV. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about every game I play and I'm catching 1, 2 picks a game. You know what I'm saying? So that they moved me halfway through the season, they moved me up to varsity. First start on varsity, I pick up the number 2 quarterback in the nation at the time. So after that, it was signed, sealed, delivered. You know what I'm saying? So I was starting on varsity from the rest of that junior year and my senior year. But you know what I'm saying? Just me being such a late bloomer, I didn't have a lot of film. I didn't have definitely coaches wasn't exposing me to different schools and programs. So here it is, the end of my senior season. I have no offers. I ain't got no interest. Folks don't know who I am, nothing. I'm just like, bro, I don't know what I'm finna do, but I want to play college ball. I know that without a doubt. Um, so I took matters into my own hands. I'm like, my coaches ain't gonna help me, and if I don't do nothing, it definitely won't happen. So, you know what I'm saying? I gotta put my foot forward and just, you know what I'm saying, do what I have to do. So I was just emailing coaches, messaging them on Facebook, messaging them on Twitter, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, you know what I'm saying? Just email hella coaches from D1, D1 AA, D2, D3, NAIA, except for JUCO. I got good grades. Like I don't need to go to JUCO route, you know what I'm saying? I just don't have the film or exposure. So you know what I'm saying? I'm just hitting up any and every coach. And I ended up landing an opportunity to play at Stetson, which is a D1 school, something I always wanted to do, but I didn't realize I was going there till like April. So it's like this is a month before I'm supposed to graduate from high school, and I'm just now figuring out where I'm going to go. So just being able to fulfill a dream that I always wanted to do, you know what I'm saying? I set a goal and I accomplished it, you know what I'm saying? I was pleased, and you know what I'm saying, I definitely got it at the mud on my, you know what I'm saying, on my own. You know what I'm saying? I made it happen because of me. So it was funny when I went down on a visit to Stetson. It was for academic visit, like, you know, because I had applied to Stetson, and you know what I'm saying, once I got accepted, that's when I hit the coaches up. So I'm like, hey, I'm going down there on the academic visit. I'd love to meet with y'all at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Kill two birds with one stone. I'm like, hey, yeah, let's do it. Let's set it up. So I'm down there on the visit, and I'm in the admissions office, and they got a wall of just different majors, all the majors that they offer. And it was like, hey, what you want to major in? I'm like, what you talking about? They like, what do you want to study? I'm like, oh shit, I'm like that was neither here nor there for me. Like I completely forgot about, you know what I'm saying, that whole aspect of college. Like, yeah, you actually still got to go to school and shit. So I'm like, oh damn, bro. I'm so focused on just trying to land someplace to play ball at. I wasn't even thinking. I'm not even worried about what the major is. So I'm just looking at the wall. I'm like, and my eyes just landed on communication and media studies. And when it did, as I had a flashback to some point in time during senior year of high school, I was in class. I heard this girl talk about the major. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, you be on TV and broadcast and stuff. So I seen it. I flashed back what she said. I'm like, okay, I remember her talking about that. I'm gonna go with that one. And that's just how, you know what I'm saying, that's how I ended up with that major. And it actually turned out to be great for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy how all that played out. It just played out in my favor at the end of the day, even though it was just so spontaneous. You know what I'm saying? When it occurred naturally. But yeah, that's how I ended up choosing that. And yeah.
So, do you have any siblings?
Yeah. I have five. It got so many, I mean, I can count, but yeah, I got five. And they all have siblings. You know what I'm saying? Papa was a Rolling Stone, and my mama just has two kids, me and my younger brother. We have different dads. So yeah, I got four brothers and one little sister.
Cool.
Yeah. So I'm a middle child, essentially.
And what do your siblings do?
My eldest brother, the oldest, he's a psychologist. He got his degree in psychology. The second oldest, he's getting his PhD in chemistry. He's going to be a scientist. And I think he want to teach it to be a professor as well. Third oldest, he lives in Oregon. He's just working, still trying to figure out what it is he wants to do. As far as just, you know what I'm saying, career purpose and, you know what I'm saying, life. And my little brother, he's in the same position, pretty much, just still trying to figure it out. Ain't nothing wrong with that. We all still, you know what I'm saying, for the most part, we all still figure it out. And then my youngest sister, just my younger sister, she's just entered her freshman year of college at University of North Texas. And she's studying biology. So we got a couple scientists in the in the tribe for sure, for sure. Yeah, we got quite a few scientists in the tribe for sure. I'm the only one that.
What do your parents do? Or
Well, my mom, she is a CNA. She's a nurse. And my pops, he drives trucks and does construction. Yeah, he drives big rigs and does construction. Daddy's from LA. My mom was from Tennessee, but they both met in Georgia and had me. You know what I mean? So that's how that played out. Yeah.
well, I'm curious how your experience in college was playing football, Division I ball. Like, you got any highlights that kind of?
Yeah, college was, from the football aspect, college was still like high school. Like I had to grind. Like it wasn't like, because I wasn't recruited at the school, you know what I'm saying? I had to reach out to them, you know what I'm saying? So I pretty much was a walk on. So I still had to get it at the mud. It wasn't like everything was peaches and cream once I got there. Now, you know what I'm saying? I'm not on these folks' radar. They got all the kids they recruited and spent so much time and invested into to get them here. So, you know what I'm saying? That's the ones they trying to really work with and, you know what I'm saying, feed into. So I'm still underdog. But you know what I'm saying, my work ethic is crazy and my resiliency. So I'm working, I'm grinding, especially during fall camp. Fall camp was a rude awakening. For those that are familiar with just collegiate sports, anytime you got camp, man, that first camp was no joke. It was mentally as well as physically, but more mental. It's more on your mental, just to weave out, you know what I'm saying, who ain't gonna cut it, and you know what I'm saying, who is, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna rock with y'all. We're gonna, you know what I'm saying, go with that. But I was going crazy in fall camp my freshman year. Me and my partner, Julio, me and my friend Julio, me and him were both pretty much walk-ons. I ain't find out I was going into April. He didn't find out he was going into July. You know what I'm saying? This is a month before fall camp. So me and him, that's why we connected so well, because we was pretty much in the same boat, you know what I'm saying? But me and him was some of the most one of the most talented individuals you know what I'm saying, that was there, especially in that class. So me and him was going crazy during fall camp. We was both ended up playing, you know what I'm saying, that our freshman year. He did a lot. He played receiver. I played DB. And my very first collegiate play, I ended up winning the starting spot on our nickel package we had on defense. So for those that aren't familiar with football, when it's like close to halftime or close to the end of the game and the opponents are trying to go down the field fast, so they got to throw the ball, that's when the defense will put out a package where it'll put out its best pass defenders to defend the pass, because it's a passing situation. So I made that package, and it was second quarter going into halftime. We up, and the opponents, they got the ball. They trying to put some points up on the board before, you know what I'm saying, we go into the half, the end of the first half. So I step up on the field, very first play. I'm in the slot, and it's a run play. It's a design quarterback run. I think it's like a counter quarterback gets a snap, hits the hole, you know what I'm saying, follows behind his blocks. The old lineman get up on me. They didn't do a good job blocking me, so I spent off of him. And as soon as I spent off the block, the ball carrier crashed across my face, so I jumped on his back and ripped the ball out. And I fell on it, you know what I'm saying? So I made the tackle, forced the fumble, and recovered it, and gave us the ball back with a good field position with plenty of time left to, you know what I'm saying, go down the field and score. And just when that shit happened, it was an out-of-body experience. Like, it was just an all-natural instinct. Like, I blacked out for real. I blacked out for real. Like, and at the end of the play, it was like I came back to, and everybody just congratulating, smacking me. I'm like, man, what just happened? And that was the last time I ever touched the field. Yeah, exactly. Touch the field. Like, it's Monday morning. We in meetings. It's a big team meeting that we have every Monday in the morning. The head coach, he pulled up my highlight on the big screen. He pointed me out, praising me and everything. Never touched the field the rest of that season. Why? I have no clue. I wasn't hurt. You know what I'm saying? Grades weren't messed up. I ain't did nothing wrong. I just ain't touched the field after that. You know what I'm saying? And the players was, you know what I'm saying? Some of the players like, damn, bro, I don't know what's up, bro. Like, you might need to talk to him. Go talk to him, bro. It's like, bro, I'm not that type of player. I used to be the one that always bitch and complain, man, coach, what's up, brother? I stopped all that shit because I'm like, that shit wasn't getting me nowhere when I was doing it. And when I stopped doing it, my game increased. So I'm like, I'm not going back to that because that's definitely not it. So I'm like, he got his reason why they not playing me. Whatever that is, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But I know for deep down in my heart, my spirit, bro, I ain't did nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? For them to put me through that. It definitely did affect me mentally and just motivationally. But you know what I'm saying? I still stuck through it. You know what I'm saying? Playing D1 ball was something I always wanted to do. And I got the opportunity to do it. So I was gonna see it through regardless, regardless. So it was similar to like high school. Freshman year, I ain't really play. Sophomore year, played a little bit mainly on special teams. Junior year, played a little bit mainly on special teams. I ain't start in my actual position for real until the last game of the season, my junior year, and still was going crazy. You know what I'm saying? And then senior year, they moved me from cornerback to dog safety, so strong safety. And that's when I was playing. I played that entire season for real. But yeah, just from the football aspect, it was still a grind. It was still a grind. Nothing was given to me. I had to get everything. I had to work for everything. So that's why I am the way that I am. It was like, bro, everything I want, everything I've accomplished, bro, it wasn't like this shit was just given to me. Like it was, it wasn't like this shit was easy either. Like, bro, I had to go through some trials and tribulations just to, you know what I'm saying, see through, you know what I'm saying, whatever it was that I wanted to get, I was embarking on. But yeah, from the football aspect, that's how it was. Academically, I've always excelled in academics. School really not that hard. All you gotta do is just do the work. You know what I'm saying? Rather you do it yourself, you get somebody else to do it. Like it's simple as that. So I graduated high school with 3.5. I think I graduated college like a 3.2, something like that. You know what I'm saying? So academics really wasn't nothing too crazy. The only thing that was a rude awakening when it came to academics was writing papers. High school, I never had to write no paper at all. So it was like when I got to college, they was like, oh, you got to write papers, and these motherfuckers that'd be like 5 pages and 6. I'm like, whoa, like, whoa, what you talking about now? I was slow roll. You know what I'm saying? But I had to get acclimated, you know what I'm saying, for sure. But yeah, academics were smooth. Socially, I'm just a cool dude, very laid back, easy going, down to earth. So I always vibe well with people, and I'm gonna find like-minded individuals and like spirited individuals no matter where I go. So I always have some form of camaraderie, despite where I may be. But yeah, man, college was dope. D1 college ball was, you know what I'm saying, a hell of an experience. Gained a lot from it, you know what I'm saying, for sure. A lot of skills, traits, characteristics that, you know what I'm saying, just embedded in me and I just embody naturally, you know what I'm saying? For sure.
So how did you end up in China?
World. Yeah, exactly. So this another I had to get it at the mud type of story. So my football career ended November 2017, right? So after going through all the trials and tribulations in high school football and then collegiately, I'm like, okay, if I'm going through all this adversity at these two levels, I already know at the professional level, this shit is going to. I'm like, I don't even feel like putting forth the effort, and I'm like, hell no, I'm good. I made it to the level I truly wanted to make it at. Hey, I'm content with this. I've done something that vast majority of the people where I come from can only dream. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying? Just wish, you know what I'm saying, they could go back in time and you know what I'm saying, redo things that they, you know what I'm saying, did in the past. But so I was at peace for real. So as soon as my career ended, I'm like, that time to start looking for jobs. You know what I'm saying? So the season ended November 2017. I started applying for jobs, numerous positions, numerous companies. I had no clue what I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, I'm getting my degree in communication. At that point in time, I really, you know what I'm saying, couldn't even tell you what the fuck communication was. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, I'm just getting my degree in this shit, football over with. I got to re-identify myself all over again. Where do I start? I have no clue. I'm going to try a bunch of different shit until I figure it out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just applying for any and everything. If I'm reading the job description, if I qualify for it, far as the requirements, and I'm just reading the description, and I feel like I can do it. I'm applying for it. You know what I'm saying? Just because whether I got experience in it or not. You know what I'm saying? So I'm and the mainly position I'm just all corporate sales, marketing, management. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of jobs I was mainly applying for. So I'm applying Florida, Atlanta, really all over the nation for real. But mainly Florida and Atlanta. I'm getting flown. I'm landing interviews, getting flown out, all different types of put up in hotels, all different type player. You know what I'm saying? The whole nine. And I did this for 8 months straight, and they landed a goddamn thing. Not a single thing. Not a single thing. So here it is, June. I done graduated. I'm back at home driving Uber and shit just to make bread. And I'm just like, bro, I know I didn't do everything right. I didn't do everything textbook to just be doing driving for Uber. And ain't nothing against Uber drivers, but it's like, nah, bro, I ain't go through all of this. You know, I didn't go through all of this just to be doing this. I'm like, nah, bro, I'm not content with it. I haven't landed nothing yet, but hey, I'm resilient. I know I got to keep going. I just got to keep trust the process. So I'm steady doing my job, sending my application process, and in the midst of my search, I self-reflect. I'm like, okay, clearly you've been trying to do the corporate life. The universe is telling you, bro, corporate ain't for you. Corporate ain't for you, bro. It's evident at this point. So it's like, we need to try something else. So I'm like, what are you good at, bro? You're good at talking to people, connecting with people, encouraging people, motivating people. So I'm like, you need to work. It need to be something with social work. So I just typed social work into the search bar, and I'm just looking up any and everything they got that's listed. And I came across a tab in the filters, and it was like international. I was like, damn, why didn't I think to look outside the country? Let me see what the international talking about. So I'm just looking through the list. I came across the job application. Teach English in China. I said, damn, that sounds fine. What's the requirements? It was only 3 of them. A bachelor's degree. It don't matter what your shit is in. You get your degree can be in finance. It don't matter. A clean background. All right, check. Native English speaker. That's it. Oh, bet. How do you apply? All you gotta do is submit a resume. That's literally 2 clicks of a button. Boom, boom. I'm looking at the job description. I was like, oh yeah, I can do this. Boom, boom, boom. All right. And I just went on, you know what I'm saying, steady throughout the rest of my search. 2 weeks passed, ended up doing the interview, and then folks said, we want to move forward with you. First job to tell me yes after 8 months of applying and getting told no was on the other side of the world. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I said, this is where I'm supposed to be. This is where I'm going. For sure. I got to get the hell on up out of here. Because what I'm doing right now ain't it, bro. It is not. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that happened. You know what I'm saying? So I was teaching children as young as 3 years old all the way up to 14. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, everything I've accomplished, everything I've done, I had to get it out the mud. Like nothing was given to me. Nothing.
So where in China were you at?
Beijing. I had 3 options. They was like, you can live in Beijing, Shanghai, which is in China as well for those that aren't familiar, or Bali, Indonesia. Now I'm like, I don't know nothing about no Indonesia, so I'm like, yeah, you can X that off the list. I'm straight on that. I don't know nothing about that. I was like, Shanghai, and that Shanghai is more of an actual. It's a bigger city. You know what I'm saying? A lot more skyscrapers, more city vibes. So I'm like, I'm from Atlanta, so I'm like, I definitely want to go to Shanghai. And the recruiter's like, okay, yeah, you can go to Shanghai, but the demand for teachers in Shanghai is nowhere near, you know what I'm saying, high as the demand for teachers in Beijing. So it's like, if you choose Shanghai, you got to pay for your own flight. If you choose Beijing, we'll pay for it just because we need teachers out there. I'm like, well, shit, you should have started with that. In Beijing it is. Sign me up. Sign me up. You ain't saying nothing but a word. But that's how I ended up in Beijing. And I got hired in July. So it was a 3-month long process for me getting my visa and all of that. So I didn't actually get to China till October 10th, 2018. Yeah.
Let's fast forward to what why were you arrested and why did you end up being held for 14 days?
For sure. So my contract was supposed to be a year, and it got cut halfway through. See what I'm saying? So I landed in China October 10th, 2018. Here it is, April 4th, 2019. So it's almost 6 months later. Almost 6 months later. And I got the day off. I'm chilling. I'm finna go to an event later on in the afternoon. To meet with some friends and stuff. We're gonna hang out, have fun, all of that. So I'm like, before I go to this event, I'm a pregame. You know what I'm saying? For those that don't know what pregaming is, so it's like when you and your friends gonna go out on a night full of festivities. Before y'all actually go out, y'all gonna turn up at the house first. We're gonna meet at somebody's house, we're gonna turn up there, then we're gonna go out. You know what I'm saying? So that's what pre-gaming is. So I'm pre-game at the house, and I'm at the apartment by myself. I got my music playing, sipping some Chinese liquor, and sipping smoking some cannabis on my little silver pipe. I'm cooling, vibing, powwowing. All right, boom, done. I'm finna get ready to slide now. Make sure I got everything, finished getting dressed and stuff. I hear a knock at the door. Look through the peephole. It's 3 officers from the Beijing police. I'm like, ooh, shit, boy. So I'm like, oh shit. So I scramble, put everything up, open the door, and they walk straight in. And the officer that's in front, he's sitting there talking to me. Now, I know a little bit of Mandarin. And when I say a little bit, I'm talking about basic language. Just enough to move and groove. As far as having full in-depth conversations, it's quiet. No, it's not happening. So he's talking to me, and just by the expression written on my face, he can tell that I have no clue what this man is saying. So he pulls out his phone and he starts speaking into it. And then he's spoken to a translator app. So he shows me the phone, and I'm reading the translation. Are you on drugs? Nah, bro. What this man talking about? But nah, you tripping. Nah, bro. You tweaking. He speaks into the app again. Shows me the translation. Are there any drugs in the house? Bruh, what are you talking about, dude? No. What? Who is this man? What are you talking about? I mean, you can say hello, bro. This is the first thing that's coming. Nah, bro. I'm playing the fool, even though I'm lying. I'm playing the fool. Like, nah, bro. You tripping, bro. Nah, hell nah. I'm like, passport, bro. You need some passport, bro. Let me go grab my passport because you got me. You know what I'm saying? It's clearly some confusion going on. Let me go grab my documentation. So I grab all my documentation, go back into the living room, present it to the officer. And he's sitting there going through it while the other 2 officers are just walking around the apartment. You know what I'm saying? Just casually, hands behind their back, just scanning it. You know what I'm saying? Eyes wondering. Ain't really looking into nothing. Just, you know what I'm saying? Just scoping the place. So some time passes. They tell me to sit down at the table. So I sit down on my dining room table, and I'm just thinking, like, okay, what's gonna happen next? Like, how I'm finna finesse this situation? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, just this is the fog of war right now. And I hear some foots coming down the hallway because they ain't closed the door. The front door's still open. So I lean back like, who? It's another officer coming. So he got something in his hand. I ain't really thinking much of it because I'm just like, okay, I'm just trying to think ahead. You know what I'm saying? What's going to be next? What I'm going to say next? What I'm going to do next? So he enters, the other officer enters the apartment and hands the officer that I was originally speaking to the item. And that officer pretty much communicates to me through, you know what I'm saying, body gestures to pee into the cup. So it was a drug test right there on the spot. And right then and there, I was like, oh, yeah, it's over with. I'm like, it's over with, boy. I just got smoking Pride. Y'all knocking on my door. It's over with, bro. So do the drug test. Failed the drug test, of course. And you know what I'm saying? And by all this time, another officer to enter the apartment, and he speaks English. So he's sitting there he pretty much just interrogating me about failing the drug test and who I get the weed from, who, you know what I'm saying, who was I with, He just wants to see if I give him any information as far as a source or a supplier. I'm high, I'm nervous, panicking, and lying all at the same time. So every question he poses to me, first thing that comes to my mind, I'm just blurting out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just folding under the pressure. I'm catching myself lying. I know if I'm catching myself lying, I know he's catching me lying. But I'm from Atlanta, but live by the finesse, die by the finesse. So I'm just gonna continue to play the fool like I don't know what's going on. Eventually, once he realized that I wasn't gonna give him any valuable information, he'd be like, okay, bro. He just made it obvious that they already knew what was going on. You know what I'm saying? It's like caught red-handed, pretty much. And they arrested me and threw me in the threw the cuffs on me. But they were still cool though. It's like, hey, you need to finish getting dressed. Anything else you need to do before we leave? I'm like, Well, unfortunately, I was getting ready to go probably y'all knocking my door anyway. So I guess we good to go, boss. So walk me down the steps, you know what I'm saying? We exit the building, my apartment building, sit me in the van. And now I'm just like, just reflecting, like, damn, boy, this shit really happening. Like, this shit is real. Like, this shit really happening, bro. I'm getting locked up, bro, in a whole different country, bro. Nobody knows this is happening. As far as communication, the officer that spoke English, he's no longer in the picture now. So I know communication is non-existent. I don't know what's gonna come. I don't know how this shit gonna play out, but I know deep down in my spirit that I'm gonna be okay. When it's all said and done, I'm gonna be all right. Now, how will it play out? I have no clue. I have no clue. But I know I have to hold myself accountable. First and foremost, I got to hold myself accountable. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is at this point. You know what I'm saying? Just stay on high alert. Take note of every minor detail. I'm telling it myself all of this. Take note of every minor detail. This is gonna be a great story to tell once you out of this predicament. So you get to a precinct that's not too far from my apartment, about like a 5-minute ride, and they sit me down in the chairs, the waiting area. It's like the typical scene you see on TV shows and movies when they bring in new arrests. They sit them down in like chairs. You got the officers on desk duty doing administrative work. It is that typical scene, but the Chinese version. You know what I'm saying? I'm the only foreigner, only colored person in there. And I'm the only one handcuffed too. So I'm just sitting there in the last chair. I'm in the corner of the room so I can see everything. You know what I'm saying? All eyes on me, of course. But I'm still high as hell. I'm still high. So I'm just, you know what I'm saying, just reflecting, replaying everything that had happened, holding myself accountable, and just trying to, you know what I'm saying, just keep composure, honestly. And then 40 minutes pass and they get me and we get back in the van. Nobody has explained anything to me up until this point, so I have no clue where we're going. We end up at another precinct. This one's a lot bigger. It has holding cells in it. So they, you know what I'm saying, process me, have me change clothes and throw me in the holding cell. I'm in this holding cell with about 8 other Chinese men. I'm the only one handcuffed. Me and another inmate that's sitting across from me and him the only ones handcuffed. So it let me hear, okay, why me and him the only ones handcuffed? Ain't nobody else handcuffed. Anyway, though, I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? I can't believe this shit happened. I'm just back to just reflecting. And I'm at this second precinct for 14 hours. And within that 14 hours, they do my interrogation and take my mug shot and handprint and all this. And the interrogation scene of the book is very, 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 very dramatic, just because they take me to the basement of the precinct, into this room, and walk me to this metal chair that looks like an electric chair. You know, most electric chairs got the straps and like, nah, this is all metal though. Like this thing gonna lock me in. That thing lock my ankles, my thighs, my waist, my chest, and my arms all in one place. So let me adjust the camera. I'm sitting in the chair just like this. Only thing I can move is my head. And I'm doing the whole interrogation just like this, you know what I'm saying? But it was still, you know what I'm saying? They just wanted to know. I had enough time up until this point to come up with a story to finesse them with. So that was smooth. Released me from the chair, throw me back in the holding cell. And I'm just in a holding cell, just reflecting, honestly, just at war of my reflections. Just constantly reflecting, constantly fading. Now my high is coming down, so I'm fading in and out of consciousness. You know what I'm saying? Trying to find a comfortable position, sitting down handcuffed is not comfortable at all, let alone trying to lay down. So I'll doze off for a little bit, but I wake up periodically, you know what I'm saying, look at the window and then pass back out. You know what I'm saying? Now, time has passed. I don't know how much time has passed, but I know it's been several hours because the sun is no longer in the sky. Yeah, I look at the window, it's all darkness. So they come by the holding cell and they call me. So I follow them and we get back to the lobby. We get back to the lobby and they bring me my basket of clothes. Like they like get dressed. I'm like, oh shit, well, all right, man, I guess my statement. Well, I'm like, everything done worked out. Hey, they finna let me go. Boom, boom, boom. So I'm dressed. I'm just sitting there waiting. And they was like, hey, follow us. So they had me follow them through a door that's behind the front desk at a precinct. So we enter the door. I'm in a hallway. At the end of the hallway, it's a small room that's crowded with officers. So we walking towards the room, and as we enter it, I realized this is an evidence room. There's hella evidence bags from on shelves and shit from numerous cases and TV monitors where they watch the footage from the body cameras. And on the table is everything that was confiscated from my apartment. So they take the flower, the cannabis that I had, and they weigh it up in front of me. I had 1.4 grams. For those, regardless if you don't, you know what I'm saying, you have any knowledge of cannabis or not, just we talking about grams. 1.4 grams of anything is not a lot. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying, that's all I had on me. And they had me sign print some document and thumbprint it. You know what I'm saying? It's all in Mandarin. I don't know what it is. I'm just like, y'all say jump, I say how high. Boom. All right. So they collect everything, boom, throw it in the envelope, and then now we get back in the van. Again, nobody has told me anything. I have no clue what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? I just know we back in the van. I got my clothes back on. I'm just hoping they finna take me back to the apartment at this point. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, they just finna let me go. So we riding. And then next thing I know, we arrive at this facility with tall walls and barbed wire. I was like, I see what's going on now. No, I ain't going home. My shit just getting started for sure. I'm like, okay, we at the jail for real now. Okay, bet. Get there, get inside, go to the infirmary, you know what I'm saying, do all the health tests and shit like that. Put me in my uniform, have me put all my stuff up, and now they walking me to my cell. And we go upstairs, get to cell 209. CO opens the door, and immediately, as soon as he opens the door, my psyche is thrown for a loop just off of what I see. And mind you, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning at this point. So he opens the door. First thing I see are 2 inmates, Chinese, both of them Chinese. They're standing up against the wall, watching the rest of the inmates sleep. So they the only ones up for real. So they looking at me crazy. I'm looking at them just as crazy. Like, but what y'all got going on in here? I look at the people that sleep, and I compare it in the book to, like, you know what I'm saying, back in the day when you was a kid and you had, you know what I'm saying, it was you and your cousins or your friends, y'all had like a sleepover, slumber party, or you play travel ball. You know, it's a limited amount of space to sleep. So everybody just got to make room, you know what I'm saying? But y'all close. Y'all know each other. So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all good. We make room. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? We're going to get some rest. So that's what it looked like, a whole slumber party. But these all random Chinese men. And so I'm like, okay, this shit is crazy. So I'm doing a head count, 1, 2, 3, including me. I'm like, it's 15 of us in this cell. I'm counting the beds. The beds are pretty much wooden bunks, big wooden bunks. You know what I'm saying, with covers up underneath. It's 9 of them. So it's 15 people and it's 9 beds. That's why I'm like, okay, that's why it looked like a goddamn slumber party. These folks, we got to squeeze to make room. So I'm like, damn. Look to my left. There's the bathroom. It's a whole separate room, but the walls are made of glass so everybody can see inside of it. It's a sink, a squat toilet, so pretty much a hole in the ground that you squat over. And the shower was further to the right, and it was none but a water hose, pretty much with a shower head to it. So I approached the slumber party, and one of the inmates that was standing up, like you know what I'm saying, he wakes 2 inmates up for them to make room, and they make room for me. And I set my bowl and my spoon, because they gave me a plastic bowl and spoon. So I set my bowl and my spoon up in the cubby, and I'm just laying down on my back, you know what I'm saying, between 2 Chinese dudes, and just looking up at the bright ass light on the ceiling, like, boy, what the fuck is going on? Like, boy, this is crazy. Like, this is too surreal. Like, this shit is like, bro, this is really happening. Like, this is really happening. Nobody knows I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody explained anything to me. I don't know how long I'm gonna be here. I gotta hold myself accountable. You know what I'm saying? I got to hold myself accountable. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's pretty. I feel like me having that sense of accountability definitely played a benefit in some of my outcome and how everything played out. So I just holding myself accountable and just like, damn, bro, I don't know how we gonna get out of this one, but Hey man, shit gonna work out the way it's supposed to, and everything gonna work out, you know what I'm saying, in your favor. But man, it's looking pretty ugly right about now, but for real, for real. Um, so man, just get some rest, and you know what I'm saying, we're gonna figure it out, you know what I'm saying, later. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I know first thing I like first and foremost, people have to realize that I am in here. At least that I'm gone. So and that's gonna happen through time. I'm like, okay, today was my day off. And we had that Friday, so it was Thursday. I got locked up. Well, I got arrested. Now I'm in the jail. So the next day will be a Friday. We have that day off as well because it's a holiday. So I'm like, Saturday, that's when red flags will start popping up. Cause I'm like, I got work on Saturday. So when I don't show up for my 8 o'clock class, oh yeah, best believe all hell breaking loose. So I'm like, that's gonna, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna be folks gonna, because I was supposed to meet friends at the event I was going to, and I never showed up. So I already know that was kind of weird. He didn't show up. He said he was gonna be there. He didn't show up. You know what I'm saying? So now he ain't at work. Okay, now something's wrong. I'm like, okay, so that's gonna be a definitely red flag. So that's gonna be the first step to people gonna be, you know what I'm saying, in search of me. And then I had a girlfriend at the time. So two, I'm like, once I don't respond about two of her messages, that's gonna be another red flag. So you know what I'm saying? She gonna be, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to at least wait at least a day before, you know what I'm saying, before I become missing on people's radar or just something's wrong. So I'm like, I just gotta be patient and, you know what I'm saying, thug it out. So, and pretty much what I just broke down to y'all, this is all basically chapter 1 of the book. This is all the first chapter. You know what I'm saying? We say early into the story. And it gets even better as you continue to read. So all in all, I was locked up 24 hours a day, 7 days a week in one cell. 15 people to that one cell, 9 wooden beds. All I had for 14 days straight was that one plastic bowl and that one plastic spoon.
How did you actually, like, what steps did you take in order to get released?
I mean, I couldn't do nothing for real. Like I'm locked up 24/7. You know what I'm saying? Only time I'm leaving this cell is we talking to immigration or the U.S. Embassy, and the U.S. Embassy can't do shit for us. I met with them. That's chapter 10. They were like, yeah, ain't nothing we can do, but make sure you are just being treated like a human. You know what I'm saying? That's basically all we can do. Aside from the process, you getting up out of here, that's all in Beijing's hand. We ain't got, hey, this is a communist country we have, so it's like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, hey, shortest amount of time you can do is 2 weeks. As long as you can be here is a month. You know what I'm saying? But you're gonna get out of here eventually. But when we have no clue. That's on them. So I just had to sit. I had no clue. I was just sitting. I'm here to tell you I did 14 days. You know what I'm saying? That's not, but and it's heat of the moment. I have no clue, but I'm just sitting. I'm a sitting duck. No information was getting. I don't know, bro. I don't know. So a lot of self-reflecting. A lot of self-reflecting.
So what's one of the key parts of the book that you'd like to share with the audience?
Ooh, really what I just shared was, like I said, that's all the first chapter. Like, soon as you crack open 14 days, shit pops off immediately. It ain't like no long build. No, we get straight to the action because this is about my last 14 days in China. Prior to my last 14 days, China was harmonious. China was the best experience I've ever had in my life. You know what I'm saying? So it's just about my last 14 days there. So, yeah, I feel like just what I shared, that's you know what I'm saying, that's the most pivotal, because that's folks like, damn, how you get locked up? Well, that's all in the first chapter. That's that's it. So you know why I'm in there, but it's like, okay, just the mystery and the suspense of what's to come, how this is gonna play out, what the cellmate's gonna be like, was, you know what I'm saying, how this is China, like just everything else, that's when it's, you know what I'm saying, comes into play as you know what I'm saying, continue to read it, and you meet a lot of interesting characters within the story. Man, people I was locked up with, all in all, good spirits, good dudes. You know what I'm saying? These are, you know what I'm saying, these some good people. You know what I'm saying? These are good people. Like, all in all, China's just strict as hell. China's just strict. Like, China's strict. They don't play. They lock you up for any and everything, for real. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm locked up with some, you know what I'm saying, some solid dudes, and man, they just got crazy stories. Like, stuff you would hear in movies, like, or just, you know what I'm saying, see them show like in the media, like you wouldn't believe this is happening to somebody else, for real, for real. Like, I'm talking about these folks that's exiled from their country. If they go back to their country, they're gonna get killed because they got information on the government officials being behind some corruption, and you know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, but this shit really going on, like, like my situation ain't nowhere near as bad as y'all, boy. Y'all here, y'all locked up in jail, it's the best thing for y'all at this point. Because y'all go back home, it's over with for you. So Beijing Jail 6 is the best thing that can happen for you at this one time in your journey. So I'm like, bro, yeah, my story is crazy, but in comparison to some of the folks you read, oh shit. What?
Kind of painted a picture of all these Chinese guys curled up together. And how tall are you? Can't
I'm
really
5'10".
5'10", 190, 205, right?
Well, in China, I wasn't eating no meat for real, for real. So I was pretty much vegetarian. So I lost hella weight. I was probably like 150. I lost so much weight.
No
Yeah, I
kidding.
lost so much. But I, you know what I'm saying? I still worked out. You know what I'm saying? So I still look like I'm probably about like 180, 170. But no, I was about like 150 for real, for real. 150
Wow.
something. Yeah, something
So,
weird.
so when you were in the slumber party pile, like you were probably one of the big spoons, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. People like, well, just in Chinese culture, they don't like just being overweight or obese, that's frowned upon. So you're not gonna see too many, you know what I'm saying, plus size Chinese people. If you do, it's like seeing another person of color. Like, it's rare to see, you know what I'm saying? Like, whoa, that's so against y'all culture, like, damn, what happened? Like, you know what I'm saying? What so it's like, you know what I'm saying, you really don't see too many plus size Chinese people, for sure, for sure. Like, they have like stomachs and stuff, but like as far as just, you know what I'm saying, just like big, nah, you ain't gonna really see that. So, and then I play college ball, so of course ain't none of them like built like me, for sure, for sure. You know what I'm saying? So, well, I mean, I'm in there doing push-ups and sit-ups and stuff. These folks looking at me like I'm training for the Olympics. They like they ain't never seen nothing like that before in their life. It was just so amazed, like, oh man, it's crazy. So yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? This they come out, one Chinese dude, he was talking to one of the inmates that he was talking to one of the inmates, and he was pretty much like, okay, see, look, you see how cut up he is? All black people are born like this. You know what I'm saying? They come at the womb with abs and pecs and stuff. I'm like, well, what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Just the cultural ignorance is, you know, it's just crazy within the story. But it's like, that's everywhere, especially here in America. We just as bad. So it's just like, you know what I'm saying? I really take no offense to it at all, just because I got great understanding. Just, you know what I'm saying? Folks just don't know. You know what I'm saying? Especially, it's probably the first time for most of these folks in this cell right now. They had a person of color up and close, like they can physically touch, like this close. You know what I'm saying? So they was just so blown away and just intrigued that I was there. They just wanted to know any and everything about me. Like, you know what I'm saying? They just want to learn. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they was cool. That was cool, for sure, for sure.
Nice. Now the beginning of our conversation, you talked about resilience and, of course, like spending a big part of your scholastic career playing football. A lot of times, so a lot of what I talk about is leadership, and one of the key components, and actually a lot of the people that I've interviewed where we've talked about leadership, not everyone, but most people that have been successful as leaders have spent some time in playing team sports, whether it's rugby, football, soccer, or European football. Um, team sports tend to foster that mentality of, the role that I play is important to the team, and each looking out for one another is important for the team.
Definitely.
And the way that you lead in a high performing team is you're giving your all,
Mm-hmm.
and you're the person that isn't going to quit, you know.
Facts.
And when everybody has that mentality, everybody's operating at a much higher level. But
But
I'm curious, like, what role that mentality played for you. I'm guessing a pretty big role. Uh, in your time being locked up for 14 days, a lot of time to reflect,
mm-hmm.
and maybe even some of it might go back to your first fall camp, that mental game. Because if you can't control the thoughts in your own head,
Facts.
you can spin out of control pretty quick.
Definitely check out like that. Check out for sure, for sure. Like, and I like people like you read the stories, like, bro, how is you just being so compliant? Like, they folks just drug test you on the spot. You just saying yes, like have you sign stuff. You just saying, bro, these are all traits I've gained from football. When coach say get on the line, it's time to run some gases. Damn, coach, bro, what's up, bro? Why we gotta run gases, bro? Hey, we're not finna do all that hooping and hollering. Nah, coach said line down. Hey, we ready, coach? You know what I'm saying? Blow the we lining down. So these folks said, oh, you got to sign this, you got to take the drugs. Wait, the best for this thing to play out the best way, the last thing I need to be doing is being rebellious, belligerent. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the last thing I need to, that's not going to help my case at all. Being compliant is going to be the best. It's the best thing for me at this point in time. Because it's like, bro, you caught red-handed, bro, just, hey, it's over with, bro. Just, you know what I'm saying? Easy breezy, you know what I'm saying? Copacetic, play it, you know what I'm saying? Just play it cool. So yeah, you sign it, I bet. Thumbprint, I bet. Direct, I bet. You know what I'm saying? Coach, you say jump, I say how high. For sure. Um, and then just, you know what I'm saying, of course, being a leader, I won defensive leader, you know what I'm saying, award. I got a bunch of leadership awards, accolades and stuff. I was, you know what I'm saying, captain in high school and stuff. So just, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, even the captain's gonna fuck up. No matter sport, no matter what sport you play, there are going to be mishaps and mistakes made in the game. It's going to happen. It's inevitable. Hold yourself accountable. You know what I'm saying? Own up to it, and let's move forward. You know what I'm saying? Don't make the same mistake again. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You got to put it behind you now. You still got a whole, you know what I'm saying, whole game left. All right, well, shit, damn, bro. Well, you caught red-handed. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is at this point. You know what I'm saying? You thinking back on it, like, damn, I could have did it. I could have, but it's like, okay, that shit's over with, bro. As far as now, you don't know what's gonna happen. So moving forward, you need to, you know what I'm saying, put that shit behind you. Yeah, it is what it is. You have yourself accountable. Okay, cool. How's this going to play out? That's what I need to be. So I need to start thinking ahead, because now, you know what I'm saying, I got to think about how, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna get at this situation. So, you know what I'm saying, just that's another correlation I can make with that in football. And still just being that encouragement, you know what I'm saying, that motivational piece, like I was in football. Like when my first 3 days, I was the only English speaker in my cell, only foreigner. Then on my fourth day, I got moved to another cell. Now I'm in a cell with two other English speakers. One was a Chinese American from California. Other one was Brazilian from Brazil. They both speak English and Mandarin. So now that's when things in the story start to take a turn, because now we can start gaining information to at least connect some dots. Still have no clue how this thing gonna play out, but we can start making sense of the situation a little bit better. But even then, you know what I'm saying, it's up and downs amongst them. You know what I'm saying, in their personal lives. You know what I'm saying? Just it's like, bro, I have no clue how long I'm gonna be here, but shit, here I am. I'm still pointing to you, uplifting you. You know what I'm saying? I probably got, you know, my situation worse, but you getting out on Friday. You know what I'm saying? You finna get ready to go home, but you sad, but nah, bro, nah, you got the wrong mentality, bro. You gotta, you tripping, bro. Nah. Let me flip your brain real quick, because you know what I'm saying, get you back on course, bro. You gotta think ahead, bro. What happened in the past is in the past. Now we can no longer do nothing about that. For sure, we got to move forward, bro. We got to live in the present for the future. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just being, you know what I'm saying, just still being a leader. All in all, what else? It's a lot of correlations between my experience in China and football. You know what I'm saying, I can make. I done gave you three just right there. I'm trying to think what else. I'm trying to think of what else. Like, man,
So I want to kind of get a feel for your book. Is it more like a biographical account of your time there, or do you kind of weave in some lessons that you learned?
Um, it's a biographical. That's why the book that went number one in multiple genres. Like it's so many genres that play like that can fit it. Like this book can fall under like that ass. Like it's a biography, but it's you know what I'm saying. It's a drama and it's also a thriller. It's also suspenseful. It's also mysterious and it's a true crime. And it's you know what I'm saying. It's a lot of it's a combination. Like this ain't no just one thing. No, you're gonna take a lot away, and it's very enlightening too, as well as entertaining. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The best thing is to entertain, but it's like you're gonna learn a lot from it, you know what I'm saying, as you read it, especially if you read it more than once. Most people read it, you know what I'm saying, they just once they started, they just so intrigued that how is this gonna play out, how is this gonna play out? Like a lot of the symbolism and the messages and like just the stuff that's gonna go over your head. You know what I'm saying? Folks not even gonna digest that originally. Like you got to read this thing about 2-3 times for you to catch everything, because it's a lot. It's a lot. Like it's a lot of numerology. It's a lot of signs and visions and messages that I get. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to really like this should be like a part of lessons in school. Well, for real, like you know what I'm saying? You could take this and like you can really make a lesson out of this for literature class. For real, for real. But yeah, you're gonna take a lot away from this story as well as being entertained. That's the best thing about it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be thoroughly entertained. It's like, damn, but you definitely gonna walk away with a different perspective and just feeling a little bit more enlightened than just, you know what I'm saying, especially just China and you know what I'm saying, just especially just life in general. Because I speak on just different topics outside of just our setting and you know what I'm saying, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I always talk about just real things. You know what I'm saying? Real stuff that most people don't care to talk about or have no knowledge of, or you know what I'm saying. So yeah, you're gonna receive some information that you probably have never received in your life. For real, for sure. I'm just a conscious individual.
So my next question is for everybody listening, what's the best way for them to get your book?
Amazon, 14 Days in Beijing. I got paperback, I got ebooks, I got hardcovers. Hey man, and audiobook coming soon. So it's like you ain't got no excuse. You ain't gonna have no excuse. You know what I'm saying? To tap in with this story. So yeah, Amazon. I have a free version available, which is the first 3 chapters of the book available on Amazon as well, Apple Books, Kobo, and other book platforms. And yeah, just you know what I'm saying, just social media, Chancellor K. Jackson. It really man, best way to just find me, pull out your phone, go to your internet browser, type in the search engine called Google, right? And Google Chancellor K. Jackson or 14 Days in Beijing. I'll pop right up. No cap.
All right, cool. Well, I'll pull up a link to where your book is on Amazon, and I'll put that in the show notes. That way, uh, there's one less excuse for people not to get your book. It'll be right there. So when they're done listening to this episode, like I know we just set this interview up, so I haven't had a chance to read your book yet. But yeah, man, like just reading a little bit about you, I'm like, oh, this cat's got a story.
Man, what for real? It's just the ultimate underdog. That's why I consider myself as just the ultimate underdog, man. Everything had to get out the mud. Even after I got released. As soon as I got released from jail, Beijing jail 6, they took me to my apartment immediately afterwards, and then had me pack up the rest of my shit, and then took me to the airport immediately after that, and I was deported from the country the same day. So you know what I'm saying? But now I'm back to square one. I lost everything. You know what I'm saying? Everything. Literally, I lost everything. So I'm just back at square one. Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like all over again. You know what I'm saying? Just done got it out the mud. So here we are. You know what I'm saying? So just a resilient spirit, all in all.
How soon after you returned from China did you start writing this book?
So I got back like April 17th, I want to say, 2019. I ain't started writing the book to July 2019. You know what I'm saying? And that's because I'm like, all right, I went through this experience in China. I don't know how. I know I want to share this story. I just don't know how. So I just really just ain't had no idea how I was going to go about telling the story until I was powwowing with one of my tribal members. He's an author. He was a published author before we graduated high school. He was like, "Yeah, but you should write a book about it." I'm like, that's a good ass idea. I could write a book. I could write a book about it for sure, for sure. I'm so spontaneous. I'll try some shit. You know what I'm saying? So
you said tribal members.
yeah.
What tribe are you a member of?
I'm Native American. I'm Cherokee, Choctaw, Wetumpka. My other tribe, he's Choctaw as well. So you know what I'm saying? We both had the same tribe as you know what I'm saying in that aspect. For sure. So
Nice.
yeah, he was the one that was like, "Yeah, but you should write about it." I'm like, well, I could. That's a good idea. I ain't know, you know what I'm saying? I ain't think about it. But I'm like I said, like I told y'all earlier, like writing wasn't my strong suit. When I got to college, that was a rude awakening for me. So I'm like, I could, but I'm like, I didn't know how to go about doing that, bro. We a book. And like he just gave me a little outline in my notes. He went to the note section of my phone, 5-layer outline, just very, very brief. I just started filling it in on my notes. And I'm like, okay, damn, I'm really writing. I'm like, okay, let me move this from my notes. I opened a Google Doc and started writing it on there from the computer. And I wrote the whole thing about 4 months. And that was with me bullshitting. 4 months. It was the editing process that was time consuming. You know what I'm saying? Fine tuning it, formatting it, and getting the cover, book description, you know what I'm saying? All of that together. That took about 8 months. So I got locked up on April 4th, 2019. April 4th, 2020, I dropped the first book, which is the free version on I'm saying 14 Days in Beijing. That's on Amazon. And I was still on pre-sale. I was ranked #1 in 3 different genres.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and you know what I'm saying? It's been going crazy since then. So, you know what I mean? It's just, man, I'm just grateful, honestly, grateful. And shit, definitely not content either. Definitely not content. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep running this marathon. I got another book coming very, very soon. It's a romance novel. And it piggyback 14 days. So, and it's going the same feelings and emotion I was getting right 14 days. I'm like, man, 14 days gonna go crazy. I got the same feeling writing this romance novel. So the romance novel gonna go just as crazy, no cap, and it's romance. So it's like, that's the icing on the cake right there. So I'm really, really excited for that. No cap. I feel like that's gonna go stupid. That's gonna go dumb. So yeah, man, I definitely see writing books is definitely gonna be something. Because after I wrote 14 days, I didn't think I was gonna write another book. I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be it for me then. You know what I'm saying? I ended up writing a romance novel just from, you know what I'm saying, feedback from fans and peers and stuff. So I'm like, okay, let me write this romance novel. So I'm like, okay, clearly this is going to be something that I'm going to continue to do. I just got to go through stuff, experiences, take whatever lesson I'm supposed to take from it, and then, you know what I'm saying, share them with the world. For sure, for sure.
Nice, man.
While entertaining them. While entertaining them.
I really appreciate you coming on and sharing your story with the audience. And, everybody that's listening, be sure to go out. If you haven't already done so, get Chancellor's book, 14 Days in Beijing. And best of luck, with the new romance novel. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah. So are you gonna be on the cover?
Oh yeah. So like you see 14 Days Beijing, I recreated the mugshot because I'm like, damn, I wish I had all the files, everything they had. I'm like, I wish I had all of that because that would make the story that much better. Even the footage from their body count. I'm like, but that would be so hard to have. But I'm like, I can't. So I'm like, I gotta recreate it the best that I can. So, you know what I'm saying? The cover is just me. That was me. You know what I'm saying? I used to have locks. You know what I'm saying? I cut them last year. But yeah, I had to get that jacket I got on in the cover. I had to get that jacket recreated. That was the uniform jacket we had to wear, and exactly how I got it on the cover. That's exactly how I wore it. So literally, I just recreated the whole mugshot. You know what I'm saying? So with this next time, I'm gonna be on the cover too. You know what I'm saying? All this I already live what I write about. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? These are true stories that I'm telling. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? You're gonna walk through. But I put it in because I call myself Lucky within the story. And I explain how I came up with the name Lucky and everything within the story. But so it's like this is just Lucky's journey. You know what I'm saying? It's how people read it. It's like you reading it through Lucky's eyes. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's fictional, but it's not. For sure, for sure. That's why I said this thing fits so many genres. It's crazy. This is how creative I was able to. I mean, I was able to have this length of creativity with it just because I'm independently published. You know what I'm saying? I own all of this. This is in my publishing company. So, you know what I'm saying? I ain't go the traditional route. You know what I'm saying? I got follow guidelines, like on some school shit. I got to follow guidelines and criteria and, you know what I'm saying, rubrics and all, you know what I'm saying? No, I got full creativity over this. So, yeah, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? So, that's one of the luxuries of being self-published, for sure, for sure.
Nice. That's pretty cool, man. Well, it's been really awesome talking with you. Yeah, again, thank you so much. Thank you for listening to this episode of From Embers to Excellence. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on your favorite podcast platform and visit hollenbachleadership.com for additional content. My goal is and always will be to add value to as many people as possible. So if I can be of any assistance to you or someone you know, please connect with me via email or on one of my social media accounts, linked on the homepage of my website. Remember, our failures don't define us unless we let them, and the only true measure of a leader is the success of their team.